No, I'm saying because that one kind of bothers me too. I think.
Is that the first thing we're gonna talk about? I talked about.
Hell no, I just asked you a question. You need answers, so we said nothing. But then I feel like you feel so disrespected about the Nancy thing. So I'm like, I'm trying to at least get that one out of the way.
Jay,
so I feel like that is crucial. And I just do see how that obviously looks.
I'm not trying to yell at you.
I'm not yelling either.
And it. Okay, let me. Nothing I said in that was meant to make you feel any type of way. It was just me just being honest with how I felt. I don't even remember half of what I said exactly. So when I say I don't have questions, what I mean by that is I was just being very honest about a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And it's not me trying to invalidate you in any way. It's just trying to get me to have you hear me as a person I love. Nothing I said, I'm only saying everything because I'm just trying to show you how I feel. None of it is being said to negate anything of how you feel or even your character.
Nothing?
I'm saying the intent.
I got you.
But it's still just from my perspective of how I feel from over here.
No, I feel you. And with all and like I said, that's with all the respect. I respect everything you said. And
I'm just hoping that this is not going to come in like an angry tone.
I'm not even.
Okay.
I just came here the first time I said, okay, what's up? We were talking about. You said, go listen to the thing. So I came back here and I said the exact same time. Okay, so what questions do you need answered?
That is just something
and you said there was no questions. I said, okay, we had 86 statements. I was getting to my thing. I don't know what part to start sounding aggressive.
I'm not saying you're sounding aggressive.
Or angry?
I didn't even say angry.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's just something I was hoping from there would just be just some understanding.
That's true. And then from my perspective, I thought the same thing when I thought I kept talking. And then I also realized from Jakayla that you can't control how people feel or how people take things. That you have to respect their mindset on that. So, I can feel however I choose to feel, and you can hear however I do feel about it. Not to say I actually feel any particular way about it, though. I'm not trying to make it sound like, okay, you're the bad guy here, or whatever the situation is. And I've been saying that. That has not changed since this whole thing even started. I never once tried to paint you out to be a bad person.
But I didn't say that you tried to.
That's me talking to you and making this very clear.
Okay, so to be very clear, I do not think that. I do not have that feeling, and that is not anything in my headspace.
I'm gonna actually straight up finally get into this whole thing. Do you remember? Like, it's just how much do you remember him saying? Like, seriously, because if you tell me nothing, there's no conversation here to be had. If you tell me a few things, then cool, we'll probably get somewhere. But I can't sit here and keep telling you what you said, and then you gotta keep telling me, oh, I don't remember saying that. Oh,
it's not what I'm saying, Jay.
But that's all I'm saying. Like, that'd be weird for me. I don't want to feel like I'm forcing anything in your mouth either.
I'm trying to talk to you, but I kind of feel like you're talking at me, and I'm not even. And I'm just saying just how it feels, how this conversation's going. That's it.
Okay. And I'm still talking to you. I'm not talking at you. I'm really talking to you.
Okay.
So what's up? Now this is me really asking you a question. What reason is there for me to be in this room?
Nothing. There's no reason, Jay.
No, I'm being, Jakayla, you told me this at a recording, come talk to me about it. So when I talk to you about it, you're telling me now something different. So that's why I'm asking you, like, do you feel like we have anything else to talk about? Do you feel like, and I'm asking, because obviously I can tell this whole thing kind of felt like it's been about me. So now I want to make it about you. And I just want to see where your head is at now. After hearing all that stuff, I felt like I kind of knew, but then you're telling me that was you kind of venting, and now I'm like kind of confused now.
That doesn't mean, just because that was me venting, that doesn't mean that the words that I said didn't mean anything. Last night, I don't remember when I recorded it. When I recorded what I was saying, that was me just trying to come from the bottom of my heart, Jay. And get you to just hear me. But instead, I feel like you're coming in here and you want me to just like go line by line of what I said. And let's tackle the Nancy thing. And I'm just trying to say that it's bigger than that, Jay. I'm trying to say, can we for once just like actually put our egos aside?
That's what I thought I have been doing.
That's not how it has been playing off.
Sorry,
Jay, you got to leave. You left. You left on multiple occasions. Even the way, like, everything just went down this week was just so purely disrespectful. Nothing I have done to you, nothing in this dynamic that marriage has deserved this, Jay. That's all I'm saying. Nothing even deserves you just still coming to me after what I said and just still even having any type of hostility. I'm not trying to get you to think any type of way. I'm not trying to control your feelings, or I promise you I'm not. I'm just saying at a base level, this just feels crazy that you still just feel so angry with me. Or even not, I know you're not trying to say you're not angry, but the fact that I said all that and you're doing anything less than coming to me and trying to hug me and say, baby, let's figure this out, that just kind of, I get it.
Is it really the divorce thing that's getting to you? I'm asking, Is it? Wait.
It's all of it. It's the fact that I feel like you really just feel like you just get to walk away.
No, and see, that's what I mean. That's everything you be seeing in these things, stuff like that. I don't want to talk to you about it, then you tell me I can't talk to you verbatim about what I heard.
I'm sorry. Let me clarify that. That is not what I'm saying. Jay, what I'm saying is I just did not feel like Nancy was even, like, out of everything I said, I felt like that was the lowest part for me emotionally.
I didn't even want to bring that first, but that was the last thing I heard when you were screaming into the damn mic.
I'm sorry.
And you seemed the most passionate about that the last minute. So this Jay, I got to work backwards. Remember, everything talk. You don't talk from the beginning.
I'm not.
And work our way down.
I'm not trying to. I'm sorry.
You're not trying to what? I'm just trying to figure out how you want to go about this conversation. So I feel like every time I'm coming at it,
I'm even me talking. I'm not trying to say this how I'm trying to go about the conversation. I'm not. I promise, I'm not. Like, I don't know how to say it anymore to you. Like, I don't know how to say it any more clearer. I am not. I am not. Okay. I'm sorry if it came off that way. I'm sorry if it came off that way, but I'm not. Nothing in my conversation with you, nothing in my anything is meant to, like, make you feel or control. Or I'm not.
I just came here and asked you a question, and then your answer basically was...
I'm sorry then. I'm sorry my answer was bad.
No, I didn't say it was...
I'm sorry my answer was... Okay, not bad, but
Could you let me get the words out? Understand what I'm about to say first before you try to conclude what I'm saying?
Okay. You're right.
I agree. We know each other so fucking well. I do. I believe that wholeheartedly. In fact, we do finish other sentences. I can agree with that. But Kayla...
Okay, you're right. My mind's moving a little bit faster. I'm sorry.
It's all just a little confusing, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because I hear what I hear, and then you tell me what you tell me. So then it's just really confusing. Like I said, I came in here kind of with the, okay, let me at least try to make bullet points of like what seemed like to be her biggest problems in these conversations. I at least want to talk to her about those so we can at least get clarity on everything I felt like you needed clarity on. So when I come in here and I ask, okay, so what questions do you have? You say none. A lot of those are rhetorical. A lot of those are just in my emotional. Whatever you really said, and it's like, okay. Well, about the statement you made, well, that was also kind of like, I was just in an emotional state. I don't remember how things I said. Something like, okay, so then if you don't remember what you said, and that shit, what seemed to be so passionate about, if you're saying now that's not even a point you want to talk about, then it's like, what's going on? That's all I'm saying.
Can I clarify that?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm sorry. Just the same way sometimes how you're like, okay, I didn't mean to communicate stuff like that. I think I can do that as well. And I was not, so basically what I was trying to say when I said, like, rhetorical, is what I'm saying is, in a sense, it was like what I was saying is like a purging and like just a unconscious, subconscious flow of just how my perception for some things in the situation are. And so when I say I'm not trying to direct or control the flow of the conversation when I say things a certain way. So when you came in, and also I do want to pinpoint too that, like, we're having a very passionate conversation, so I don't think that it's unreasonable for there to be moments where things can get mixed up. And I think we both do that, and I think that's okay. So sometimes what we say is not what we're really intending to come off and say. And I'm just like, I am struggling at times to even find the words, so sometimes even things I won't say just won't even be that accurate. When you came in, I was just trying to tell you that I'm not trying to go verbatim or anything like that, and I don't mean, when I say that, I don't mean like whatever you're saying. I just mean that last night or this morning was a large part of me just like purging just a lot of the way I feel about some things. And when I say I don't remember everything exactly, what I mean is, it, like I said, it was just an unconscious, like, I'm not trying to filter this, like I do feel like a lot of times I hold back some things of how I feel, and this was my chance of just being like, yo, let me not bite my tongue at all. And a lot of that just came from, like, just the way I feel. And so, like, when you say you have, like, bullet points, I'm not saying that because you have bullet points, that's wrong. What I'm saying is, it's a little hard for me to digest the flow of the conversation. And I'm pretty sure I'm probably still not making sense.
I mean, what do you mean flow of the conversation? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What do you mean? No one said you dictating the flow of anything. That's why I keep trying to get confused.
Okay, so nothing I'm saying is saying that no one's saying. It just.
So yeah, all I came in trying to say is I had certain topics I could tell really bothered you in those messages.
Okay, so that's the problem. So you can say like, there's certain topics that really bother me. Everything bothers me, all of it. So when you come, everything bothers me. So I am struggling to find the verbiage to communicate this to you. I'm not saying you're doing something wrong. I'm saying I'm just struggling to find the verbiage to communicate it to you. And when you from everything I said, I just don't understand how there can be implications like something that bothered me more than the other. Like I think it should be obvious that all of it hurts.
Of course, but I can't just talk about everything at one time.
I know, and I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, babe, you could at least be like, damn, you feel that way or something. Instead, it feels like you're coming to me, and it feels like everything I said in there was negated.
Wait, no.
In a sense, and I'm not saying you said that.
Yeah, I know you're not saying that, Kayla. I didn't say you said I said it. I'm like, yo. Kayla, I'm not trying to discourage or take away anything you said. My thing is like you just said, though. These are the ways you feel, right? So I can't take away the way you feel. What I can do is at least try to bring clarity to your feelings. And you're right, I can tell everything bothers you. This is why I didn't even get to. I'm not saying I really bullet pointed each single thing, so this is what I took from this one. No, of course I listen to everything. When I say bullet point, that was just the word that came to my mind. It's not like I really have particularly seen things that you had a paragraph, and this is like, okay, your introduction said this. This is your first paragraph, and your main body said this. This is what second paragraph. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying there's certain things I heard obviously that really fucking bothered you, which is all of it. But like I was just trying to just figure out like where to start because there was a lot. Literally everything came out. So then it's like, yo, where the hell do I start? So for me, what made it easy was, okay, I remember the last thing you said. Well, obviously the last thing I got passionate about. So then I got to work my way back to the front. Like I said, or if you prefer, I can listen to it again, go from the front all the way back to the back. I can only do so much when I'm listening to something. So I came in and taught you and asked you, okay, what did you want to know? Because I said there was a lot you said. There was a lot of questions that was in there. And then there was a lot of statements that were in there. So now for me, it's like, I got to figure out, okay, Jakayla obviously feels this way. So now I got to figure out, like I said, I got to at least clarify. Because like you said, these are all feelings. By the way, I would not post that thing at all, ever. To be honest. If you want to share it, cool, do your thing. Honestly, I'm not here to tell you what you can and cannot do. So if you wanted to post it, you were going to do it anyway. However you feel about it, you feel about it. Me personally, I'm here to let you know straight up. I wouldn't post that if I was you. But if you really want to and it irks you that bad, go for it. I'm not here to discourage that. That's you. That's your feeling. That's how whoever the fuck name you mentioned who needed to hear that probably needs to hear that. So I can't dictate what you're going to do with those messages. I can give you my honest opinion though, and that was my honest opinion. But there's a lot of stuff that was in there. That's all I'm basically saying. And for me, I just gotta kind of remember as it like went along. The last thing you got, like, it was like extreme aggression in there. I don't say aggression, sorry, but there seemed passionate about was the last thing I mentioned was the Nancy thing. So that's the only reason I started from that, because it's the freshest thing in my mind, which I do need to clarify. Because like I said, that felt disrespectful to me. Almost thinking like for fun, I'm fucking around, like just go add Nancy. Oh, let's go look for Nancy. No. Fuck no. By the way, she's in Ohio. What relationship? What's up?
So my anger of that was simply just the fact of seeing her name anywhere. It didn't have anything to do with like the possibility of this.
Yeah.
It didn't have anything to do with, it was more so to do with the pure emotion of the fact that this is the second time when something has came up with somebody else, she comes up again.
Okay.
And so that was where it was just like, why when me and you are on the rocks, do I see her name anywhere, ever again? And so that was where the emotion.
And here's the breakdown of that. Only thing I really did, honestly, this whole time, kind of, not really out of spite, but in the sense, probably out of spite, was unblock almost everybody just made me block who I felt like I had no problems with. Nancy's name was not initially on that list. But my mom asked my brother, Kenneth, did you ever see the girl that he cheated on Jakayla with? He said, nah. She said I was unblocking people. She knew I'm not counting that. She knew I was doing. And I asked her at the time. I said, am I wrong for doing this? She said, baby, if there was really nothing, she said, I don't believe you are. She said, her opinion said, I don't believe you are. Do what you do. I said, okay. So I started blocking people. As you see, Paige is still fucking blocked. Pedro's still blocked. And Jonathan Hunter's still blocked. The most part really didn't give a fuck about. So I personally, like, they probably blocked any fucking way. Now, everyone else, I never had a problem with everyone else, to me. They were all for you, so I blocked them because you wanted me to, and you felt like you needed me to respect you in that aspect of blocking, so I did. So we're going. I said, fuck it. I never had a problem with Brianna. Unblocked. Shit like that. And the fact that the curiosity of who I did cheat on, Brianna Pollock or whatever, yeah. It's the fact, it was the idea of like who was this girl that you cheated on? So now I'm like, okay, cool. And then, not everyone being the smartest people in the book all the time, thinking like, obviously you can scroll through fucking, you know, people's photos are usually blocked unless you add them as friends. That's the only reason that ad even happened. Okay. And by the way, it's still sitting there. She never responded back to me. And I can honestly cancel the thing right now if I fucking wanted to. I don't care enough. Like I said, I'm not gonna call her and try to make a relationship from Ohio. That's what I'm here. I just want to make sure this shit is clarified. That
honestly makes a lot of sense.
And then for me, like I said, I didn't even know that you really can't like reblock somebody for 48 hours. Just so a lot of this stuff, I'm like, okay, cool.
Because I'm going off of the inference of the fact that when Nikki happened,
of course,
and that was it.
And that's my whole thing too. So for me, I was like, yo, okay, I get, and I knew how that fucking was
going. So now I know why you want to illustrate that first.
And that's why I really want to get in that first. I know how that shit looks. And like I said, for me, I haven't had just unblocking everybody. I was just like, yo, do I look crap? I said, Mom, am I wrong for doing this shit? And by the way, and that's another thing, because that's other stuff that's also really fresh is the fact that you keep bringing up everybody else. Okay, look, you have no idea how much support is really in this shit. My mom told me to come back last night. I could have stayed at the hotel with her, which I ended up doing anyway.
My only thing is, how am I supposed to know that?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm addressing. Like I said, everything you felt is what you felt. All I can do is try to bring clarity to what you felt and see where I'm coming from. That's all this was going to be. Like I said, I'm not here trying to get loud or go crazy. I'm not here to say you're wrong and just go, fuck your message. I'm not doing none of that. You're good for what you feel. Like I said, a lot of people probably even need to hear what the fuck you said in those messages. If you really felt like you need to post those, all right, there's nothing I can say or do. Whether I want it from there's a lot to get to. But as far as that goes, my mom told me to come here last night. It's the fact that I almost felt uncomfortable because I see how you were when I was in here.
Yeah.
And in fact, when I went with my mom, I said, Mom, maybe I was already wrong for just assuming. I said, I knew this shit's still fresh. I know this shit is so damn new to everybody. I said, I know these feelings there. I said, maybe I was wrong for just walking in the room like, yo, what's up, Kayla? Like, shit ain't happening right now. I said, maybe I was at fault for that and assuming that, like, we just gonna be kumbaya out because me, you, and Rachel had a fucking conversation. Yeah. My fault. And I said that. I took fault for that last night. And the reason I leave because I felt like you were so uncomfortable. I come in here one time, you're just awkwardly quiet. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I get what she's got to go through. I get what we're doing. Fair enough. I'm not trying to bring no more mixed emotions. We talked about that shit. So cool. I'll walk out. Then when I come back in, now you got tears in your eyes. I'm like, okay, wait, time out. What's happening? So then I'm like, yo, all right, cool. I leave and then
The reason why I got upset is because I guess I just felt like with everything that's been going on for the past like few days or whatever, that you wouldn't just kind of walk in like normal.
Yeah.
And I was also just very, like, I guess nervous because I wasn't sure, like, what energy, like, what headspace you were going to be in.
And that was my fault. Like I said, I was not fault for doing that. I could have been more cautious when I approached you, but I'm so used to trying to make everything feel just, like, okay for everybody. Because I know when it gets, like I said, even, like, when I was like, I'll probably make a joke just because I feel like I need to lighten just a little bit.
So
just a little bit.
So instead, are you trying to, like, just defer to a stone face or something?
Right now?
No, I'm saying, like, so instead of you, like, because you feel like you can't come in and you don't know how to, like, really come in.
No, honestly, I just came in straight up. I was like, I didn't want to come in seeming all upset and stuff like that and make it feel like a vibe in here. I just want to come in just like, yo, Chikayla's going on. So how you know that Chikayla, no matter what the fuck we're going through, I'll always want us to be cool. That's my number one thing, and I keep saying it. There's no way I can say that anymore. And all this shit, like I said, I get the difficulties of it, and I get that it would never fucking, I get that will ever be the same. If this shit really went the way it's going. But I just felt like I always just felt like me and you have it, like you said, our communication's on fucking point. We're rich like hell. Like all that stuff. Yeah. All of it. So for me, I always felt like we could always go through some shit, obviously. So through all the shit we've been through, I always felt like one thing we always had was always being able to talk and be cool. Even if we're pissed at each other, we at least know how to just be around each other in a sense. Whether we felt like it was a little too, we knew how to be at least around each other. So now I feel like, okay, we don't know how to be around each other. I get this. Everything is high.
That's actually very much wow.
And that's why I just feel like it is.
Yeah,
I thought we were trying to figure out like how
to. Is the thing that makes.
It's like yo, because I come in the house too, and obviously it's with me to 6 tomorrow room, and I'm like,
only
okay.
thing I have to go off is the stuff in my head.
And that's what I mean. So now we're both, like I said, we're keeping this reading. So when your mom calls me and says what's going on, I was like, Mom, like I'm tired of talking to everybody else. Yeah. I really said I'm tired of talking to everybody else. I had to call everybody like, I'm going back to the apartment today. Like I ain't gonna play outside. I just gonna get shit over with. I said whatever we gotta get over with, I just wanna get shit over with. I wanna find. We've done the third party thing. We've done around the world thing. I don't know. I felt like we tried this at first, obviously.
And what has heightened the tension has been the I don't know, and I'll make a plan when
And I told Rachel, I said, I really feel bad. I couldn't do that for him. But like I said, I don't feel comfortable lying to you if it was going to be a lie. Honestly, I probably could have called you I could have called you yesterday, like, yo, I'll come back for sure today. Even yesterday, I tried to call you, but you didn't pick up. So I figured you were doing something. And then you text me saying, did you try to call? But at that time, I was already here.
Oh, yeah.
So I was trying to call you ahead of time to let you know, yo, I was going to be through. Huh? Is it too quiet, you say?
No, I said, who came yesterday?
Oh, yesterday, it was me, Jennifer, my mom.
Okay, I thought it was Jennifer. She knows
and my sister. So, yeah, and all that stuff happened. So we were doing that, and then we were trying to just get back on high real fast. And then with me, I was just like, what? Yeah, it was whoever it was.
Lil Durk.
And the other guy, Shu Splashy. Abu
Shiesty.
Shiesty. That dude.
I'll actually look it up. My concert's here tomorrow.
But yeah, they did all that stuff. So then I was like, okay, cool. So then, like I said, for me, I really had David, my cousin last minute, was like, yo, you want to go to this concert? We can pay me, no problem. I was like, I really said no. I said, I want to go home. Actually, I really just want to be in my apartment. I said that. But it's like, back to being here, I could tell what it was doing. So I was like, who am I?
And it's really like, I can't even look at you, Jay, so I just feel like you're angry at me because I can't look at you.
And that's the problem I've been having. Like yesterday, even when she came out there saying whatever, he said, I said, please tell her to call. I said, tell her to call me. I said, I will talk to her about everything that's going on today.
Yeah.
Because what, like I said, I was surprised. And Jeff, when it comes to Jaden stuff,
I feel like we're bad starters in combos or something.
Man, I don't know. I really don't know how to answer that one, but no, it's a lot of this stuff.
Because like the way you came in, I actually didn't expect like you to like I don't know.
No, I've been wanting to be cordial the whole time. I'm sick of y'all. Like I said, we got Jaden now who seems like she comes like fucking unhinged every time she feels like raising her voice. I'm not sitting there trying to do this shit all the time. Mm-hmm. That's why I've been wanting to just talk the whole time. The first time I had to run because I knew where this thing was going. We had Jaden in the house, everything's going on. I knew where shit was going. I had to take off, and I apologize for that. I should have called you and told you what was going on with me. At least that way you at least have a little peace of mind. I cannot take that back, but I'm so sorry for it now. Like I said, it was bad communication on both sides. So now you did your part and trying to blow me the fuck up. I gave you credit for that. I know that I was not responding to you. I said that, but when I did realize when you said, yo, let me at least talk to Jaden, I was like, you know what, I cannot do that. So I gave her that phone.
And my hurt was in the fact that even though I asked to talk to Jaden, I kept texting and saying, at least tell me when you're bringing her back. At least. And so to not have those answers and then to also have my mom like not really answer me, or even if she doesn't answer, I'm not even gonna answer that one. But to even just have any of that, it just really like hurt and made me feel like I have no control. I have no autonomy over all of a sudden where my family's at.
And that was not the case at all. And I keep trying to say that's not the case at all. And that's why I feel like when I talked to Jaden, and like I said, you didn't hear me, but you're laughing and stuff. So I really like you said tomorrow, we were here at your mom's house that night, and I came over here the next day. I was not gonna keep her from you. That's not my intention ever.
Yeah.
So that whole thing was a mix up. So then, like I said, yeah, and the messages I'm hearing like so much about my mom and mom not being brought up and stuff. Like I said, a lot of this stuff, I don't want you to feel like people are just on my team or they are feel away about you. So
but with the silence, it's like, how do I know anything?
Well, yeah, the silence, there's so many weird hands involved in that. It's only because the fact matter is, I get why you had the silence from me. But like for your mom, like y'all got your own thing going on. I start realizing now that I can't do shit about that. Whatever y'all got going on, like I said, that's like me trying to.
And I don't want it to go on.
I know, it's just like me trying to fix you with Shamar. Realize, okay, I can't do shit about it.
Yeah.
Bring him over at night, playing together. Not gonna do nothing for you to.
I mean, we're siblings, really.
And that's what, so it's like, okay, that shit happened. So with your mom, it's like there's really no contact over there. So now it's really third party to me and your mom talking.
Yeah.
How's everything going? Okay, so Jaquel's right here now. This is where I'm at now. And then we're trying to figure out that part. And my mom is more. My mom is so much more just like fucking here, as you can tell, because the fact that she didn't have a hospital. And I'm waiting for when you done with that bitch, you come in and we're gonna talk about it.
So that's where the hurt came, because it felt like, okay, so I am getting this reception from your mom, but also where's mom?
That's why I had to come in here and explain your feelings to you. So I want to bring clarification. My mom told me to come here yesterday. I left on my own accord. Mm-hmm. My mom called. That's when I was on the phone. I'm sure you heard me when I was on the phone. Mom. She just kept asking, you alright? She's like, what's going on? I said, Mom, I'm leaving. She's like, why are you leaving? She kept wondering why the fuck I was leaving. Where are you going? What's going on? I was like, well, I couldn't even get the words. I couldn't realize what the fuck I was trying to tell her. But it's not matters, Mom, we don't have a beer on our show right now. This shit is weird in here. Mm-hmm. I told her, I said, this shit feels awkward. And like I said, for me, but the big thing wasn't even for me yesterday. It's like I took Jay for a walk. And I was just walking the dog. We were just hanging out. And I was like, Jay, I miss you. I said, I miss you too. But I've also missed Mommy. I said, Jay, you've been with your mom. What do you mean? Well, Mommy said, since you took me to all these places. And I said, Jay, what? I'm not joking. She said, Mommy said you took me to all these places and that she missed me and I should have missed her. I said, yo, Jaden.
Wait.
Jaquela.
Can you repeat that sentence? How did that go?
I said, Jaden, I missed you. She said, Daddy, I miss you too.
Mhm.
She was cool. She said, I miss mommy.
Mhm.
I said, Jaden, how do you miss your mom when you've been with her?
Mhm.
Well, mommy said since you've been taking me to all these places that she's been missing me and I should be missing her. I said, Jaden.
What does that mean?
I guess she's basically trying to say is like, I guess she probably heard like, oh, like, because when I first got here, I'm Rachel told me, oh, she really misses her mom. She really misses her mom. Like Rachel, and like she'll tell me that when I was there talking to her, like she's like, oh, Jay. Like when I first texted her, she's like, no, she was really happy. She really misses her mom. She really misses her mom. And then you said, and I'm sure, like, I'm assuming she's probably either.
No, she's just excited.
Whether you said it directly or whether she's just catching wind of the conversation, felt she knows what she's hearing.
Yeah.
Either way, it got said to me. Of the
But
fact that like.
I'm trying to figure out what that last sentence even means.
No, like basically like, yo, you took me away from my mom. I should be missing her. I should want to be here. Almost. That's how I took it at least.
You sure?
I don't want to call right here. I don't want to get her mixed into this whole thing. Which is also why I've been bothering me. I'm thinking like, yo, why is Jaden feel like she's getting all this shit from this one side? Oh, daddy, when you coming home, daddy, when you, and it's like,
no,
yo,
those are actually.
Don't get me wrong. I feel like some of that is very. No, I do feel like June. I wouldn't feel. I also feel where answer her. So I'm like, yo, is it like so you see why I get mixed up now?
No,
like I'm like, yo,
I've never once asked her to even like. So I would call back for like FaceTime or something like that. And be like, hey, when you come home? I've never once asked her to say or prompt her to say anything.
And that's how I'm feeling. So then that's what I'm taking her on. She's like, oh, I miss my mom. And it's like, you're taking all those places. I said, Jaden,
but taking me to all places.
And that's what I said.
But
Jaden,
you did take her places.
Yo.
Beach.
Stop. No. That's not what she meant.
I'm trying to figure out what she meant. I'm not trying to.
And that's what I was trying to say too, because what I took it was obviously those nights that we were gone. Which to me felt like, yo, Jaden, you didn't even go anywhere.
Are you
You slept at my brother's baby mom's house. And she had a bed there. She was not on the floor at his house.
She could still perceive that as all those places.
I'm just like, she said, mommy said. This is all I'm telling you. She said, mommy said since you take me to all these places that she missed me. And I missed her.
I said she could go from home, Jay.
I'm just telling you what she said and how I interpreted it. You have every right to correct
me.
No,
I'm hearing, wait, okay, so basically I'm hearing what you say, how she said it, and I'm trying to just focus on what exactly she said, and try to make it, like, because obviously we know Jay's not going to remember everything verbatim.
Okay.
So she can definitely get things mixed up.
Which is what I said. I don't even say she's hearing from me directly. I said maybe she might be hearing just certain words and like putting her own sentences together. That's what I'm saying.
So if we do this all the time, so I'm not trying to like invalidate. I'm not trying to invalidate interpretation, but we do this all the time where we interpret what Jaden's saying, and that's what all I'm saying. Jay.
Do we understand how personal I take that? When it comes to me and her, like, no, I'm asking you. This ain't me coming at you right now. I just want to make sure this shit is clear because I obviously get how you feel every time. I can tell by the way you text me and everything else, the way everyone talks. Like I said, no one ever believes you're not a good.
I wonder if you get how personally I take that for you anyway. And I feel like that's something that's just not. And I guess.
No, it's not even you. It's a confused part. Kayla, I can't tell.
And I don't know how. Even in the voice message where I like tell her, Jaden, parents make mistakes. Jaden, talk to your dad. And like anytime anything comes about you, I'm like, no, your dad. Like I'm not. It's just so hard when it comes to that aspect because I know how much I try to like, even if she takes something a certain way, like protect the way she even understands it, and that is the most difficult part for me when it comes to you. Like I said, even like when situations happen, like with Jaden personally, like and you know you've been in the wrong in them. Like I've still even those situations, I still protected you and her, and I do try.
Yeah, I'm not knocking anything that happened in the past. I'm talking as far as Jaden goes. I'm talking as kind of like the now, in a sense. But like I said, for me, I don't. It's one of those things, like you said. It's a lot that's gonna be playing trauma. The same way when I would like kind of talk to her, kind of stern, whatever it was, raise my voice, and you take her in the room and like kind of talk her down. Like I don't know what the fuck is being said. I don't know what's being said while I'm gone. Like I said, so for me, like I said, for me,
ever anything against you. In fact, if I even feel like it sways, I'm like, oh no, but. No.
Because that's how I am. That's why I keep confused. I keep trying to make sure you. I've been too. Like,
I've been trying recently, babe. Even recently. Like, and I know I've been trying to get better, but even like when I hear you guys like trying to stay away, like I don't, every time, even if you see my face, I may not be completely like with what you're maybe doing or whatever. I've seen you and I've walked away for the most part. And I try to let you and I have. And even in that voice message that you're talking about where she does not call you a monster. At all. I even say where I hit her and I spanked her and I talked to her about that. So I've also done it as well. And we know I have.
I think. Wait, what are we like talking about?
I'm just saying in general. Like all I'm saying is that like when it comes to you and Jaden, for the most part, because we had a conversation about this a while ago, and like boundaries and respect as parents, even when there are moments, and I just wish you kind of would maybe remember those when you're trying to correct Jaden, and maybe I want to say something else. Please remember that for the most part, I've walked away or not even gotten involved in them to let you do you with her. And I've done that. But I feel like maybe got forgot, or maybe it wasn't even noticed because you're too focused on Jaden, which we should be focused on her. But all I'm saying is I do support you.
Okay, and I'm gonna. Do you? Okay, hold on. Okay. Together, all this shit, that's the most important thing to me.
I would rather Jaden hate me than ever even just like you.
Because I'm just letting you know, like I said, even going around talking to your people.
You know, honestly, Jay, I've never even perceived that you could feel that way. Even like when the doors closed, like I never thought that maybe you could
I don't
think
know
that I was
what's
saying
happening.
something else.
So then you come out and then I'm hearing, Jay, she's really upset. Jay, you shouldn't have. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then she comes out and she's still in the hole. And then I was like, yo, what the fuck are you saying to her back there? That she comes out and she almost like has this fear of me.
I have always just kind of assumed that because you know me, you know I would never do that. But I get that maybe you need some clarification on that because I get she's coming out of the room, she's still crying. But I always notice even moments that like that, I was like, Jada, stop that, don't be judged, don't judge. Like, I say that to her too. And when I'm talking to her, it's never, ever, ever going to be anything fucking against you. That's why when she came in, she said, I said, no, he did not. And it wasn't, well, I'm saying, as soon as she said, I said, no, he did not, Jada.
I don't know, Scott.
And even afterwards, I still put my hardest to protect you, to try to make sure we didn't talk about it, to try to make sure we went to the therapist, to try to make sure, like, even before that, like, we don't really, like, to try to make sure, like, just because I knew that if even like, that would be taken so badly.
No, okay.
And even at this, because
No, you're done. No, you're done.
Okay.
You don't have to explain it. You understand why it's important to me because I told you in this instance.
I got you.
Emotions are high.
I got you.
So who's to say I don't think that you're just pissed at me, so now you all of a sudden want to do something. So that's why I'm clarifying. Because I'm going to iterate this very carefully. To your family, to my mom, to my family, especially to Jaden. I never talk shit about you. I have yet to talk shit about you. As much as times I feel like I really want to together, and the truth is I feel like I want to a lot. I don't. There's no need to.
Can I iterate that?
What do you mean?
A lot of the way I feel that does. So a lot of things I say that I'm not sure where that's the interpretation where I feel like you talk shit about me. I've never felt like you ever have.
It seems like it always comes across as like, no, it's more the fact, I'm not saying you talking shit directly about me. Don't put it, but it's like, it seems like my actions are you talking shit about me. I'm saying, like, there's certain words if I just took Jaden and left.
Wait, what?
Like, every time I turn around, it's like I just took Jaden and left. And almost like you didn't hear from us, and like I just ran off to the wilderness. I'm thinking like, yo, don't make it seem like I'm just this kidnapping like motherfucker who just up and just takes your child and leaves.
That's not the intent that was to be communicated. What was to be communicated, however, Jay, was that it was not clear communication. And I am sitting here talking to my mom, and she's like, they could come back to the next day, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, when is my child coming back? Like, when will I know to walk to Walmart? That was pretty much it. I get it. I get the miscommunication, but I'm trying to tell you that was not in my headspace. It's just more so of how a lot of things appear, Jay. Because when there's no communication, you're communicating a lot in a sense, and it's miscommunicated. Mm-hmm. And that's what it was. And you even said, I'm sorry the way things went down, and I'm trying to tell Jay, when the things went down, this is how the things kind of may have felt at the moment. And I don't think that's unfair of me to have that interpretation when I have I have no basis. It only I have is a shaky basis of a 4 to 5 minute conversation with her. And that was pretty much the only point of contact I'm really having. I even called your mom. She didn't answer. And I texted and I said, forgive me, just let me know when she's coming, what time she's coming. I did really want to make sure before you came that I would walk to Walmart, get some stuff, make sure I have food in the house. But she got dropped off randomly, and I didn't know what time, nothing.
As long as I know I have your respect in that.
Of course.
would never shit talk you to anybody, make anyone pick. This whole time, I've never made no one try to pick sides.
If anything, I said you're like quiet in certain moments, like but then everybody's like, oh, you're asleep. I get the on, blah, 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 those people, whatever. But I've never said that you ever talk shit or try to or let people. I don't believe that. I don't feel that.
I don't know that should be known now. Right? And another thing.
I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that. Please don't think that. I'm just trying to tell you that.
Okay. Another thing. Stop making it like this is some fucking fun vacation for me. Cause this shit has been like.
How am I supposed to know?
I would like to think that if you feel like you're over here just not eating and sleeping shut in and you think I'm out here just having a blast, that's fucking ridiculous. And you might feel like I'm holding cards, like I'm just making all these decisions. Kayla, I'm doing shit because I felt like I said, first off, I just told you, I feel like we don't have to be around each other right now. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, I'm already still in my emotions and my feelings about everything too. So then who am I to sit around this house, make shit awkward, or have arguments while Jaden and everybody's still here and doing shit like that? It makes no fucking sense.
Very valid.
So for me, Jaquela, if I had to come throughout the day and hang out with Jaden, and then at night go stay with your mom, that's what I'm going to do. If I have to do that, hang out with Jaden during the day, then go back to Titusville, or go to my dad's house, or go.
I'm trying to say that with this, there was still not a lot of direct and clear communication. That's all I'm trying to say. And in the midst of there being no clear and direct miscommunication, there's emotions, there's tempers. Jay, that's all I'm saying. You're telling me it's not a vacation. I believe you. I'm not trying to negate that. When you even came in, you said, I've been eating it. I didn't even taking shit. I didn't even been comfortable. I'm just saying, Jay, there's been like a lot of just like either miscommunication or not communication, or I understand where I haven't heard you. I understand. Most I have not heard you.
Cause I want you to know in that message you said something I was just trying to duck my responsibilities. Like I said, Jay, I get you're just emotional and you're going through your shit and doing your thing, cool.
It's kind of me popping off just like the way you got to pop off on me.
I didn't think I popped off on anybody. That was no, we haven't had arguments like that before. Sorry, Rachel was able to say it.
I know we have,
but it wasn't like me popping off.
I know, but like when I was kind of like this, I was kind of hoping that like after a few seconds you would just kind of like back up a little bit. But I get you're in the moment, but I'm still trying to say like yes, it still got heated. Like I'm like. I understand how it looked from your side. I'm trying to understand if you can just see how it looked from my side as well, without having some of these like sentences to fill in the gaps, without having some like it's almost like if I would have had like maybe one more sentence to fill some of these emotions wouldn't have been felt. And I'm sorry I didn't have the sentence, but like this has just been a lot. It's been very confusing. And if anything that I said wasn't the right way, go ahead. I feel like something.
No, I'm just stretching. Okay, so as far as we know about everything else, my mom actually has been very just in between, just like Jay, whatever you want to do. Hey, your mom, honestly, I live the same way, but very much actually against everything I'm doing. And not everything, but just definitely the divorce thing. Mm-hmm. She is really.
Which, if she does not have more.
And by the way, again, I'm gonna say something right now. Also, wait, real fast, because this is not between me trying to get between you and your mom. Mm-hmm. Can I tell you, I said I told her the honest truth is I can care less about your relationship, and I really mean that. I legit can care less about it. I told her this too, and I mean that. I do.
That's one of the reasons why she
the only reason this whole thing even initially started was because that matters. When I first went over there, you had called her, and it kind of got her involved. She had to figure out what was going on, so that
I really just only wanted to pick up the child.
And then that night, of course, when the whole thing popped off, so then it's like your mom kind of became a part of it, and I was like, yo, what the fuck is happening? Mm-hmm. So then your mom, like, literally, I cannot fix what the fuck y'all got going on. I can't fix anything by that fucking family got going on over there. That house is whatever in fucking going on in that house. Whatever y'all personal shit I got to pass, I wasn't there.
That's always what's confused why that got brought up.
I promise you, none of that shit matter. I'm just letting you know, clarify. No, like, I really would hate the image of your mom because I gotta explain your mom like you're kind of over just like shit talking you all day. But I gotta let you know too that your mom don't think your mom's over just shit talking you either.
I don't believe that.
I just want to make sure this shit's happening.
And also,
that's for clarity. I don't want nobody to like I said like.
Everything I'm going off on, you have to understand, Jay, that I can only go off on what the information that I have.
Okay.
Same way you can only go off information you have, I can only go off the information I have. And now you're providing me with more information, but how I can't just go off of nothing in a sense. And then especially when the stuff are heated, then lines or wires are crossed emotionally, like all lines are crossed. And entangled, my mom, da 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 da. without more information, how can I come to a different conclusion?
Okay. And oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't speak to your granddad. I'm nothing to do with that shit.
Oh, yeah. Everything that did not.
Yeah, I know. I trust me. I realized I really got like damn near on the first one. That I realized you still was fucking just spitting out at everybody. Oh my gosh.
You always talk about like one big thing, Jay, about you, and a big thing that like I feel like even established our relationship is a big thing where you're like, you can be real.
Who can be real?
Me. Like you're like, be real. Like you don't have to like. I don't know, like I do feel like a big part of you coming into my life was like just tear, and I've always told you this, was help me tear down that facade in a sense.
Okay.
And so last night was just a chance, whether I was wrong or not, and whatever I said, last night was me going off the information I had and my conclusion of what was going on in my brain at the moment.
Okay.
You've now provided me with more detail, with more context, and a lot of the information you're providing me with me, it makes sense. But I didn't have that before, and that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And sometimes you can have information, sometimes you don't have the proper context of the information.
So everything else out the way, you know, beyond the messages and everything else. Let's focus on the real here. So, Kelly, do you remember I told you what I needed? Do you actually, no, fuck what I needed. Do you understand why I'm really upset? Like, do you get why all this is happening? Like, honestly, I know you keep saying you really don't know what you have done to deserve this. And like I said, the mannerisms of me just take off, I see you feel like, yo, what the fuck did I take for you just to bend? Like, which none of that really was the case. And it's not like I'm really like, I don't want to feel like I didn't know. I'm really just like doing some crazy hurtful shit to you. That's not how this shit's trying to be. I'm not just all of a sudden serving you papers. I'm not just all of a sudden taking all my shit and like strictly just about saying like my shit has been here and stuff like that. I wasn't really trying to just like up and leave. I was not just trying to run away from a family or a marriage. That is not the case. But do you really know why I am the way I am right now? Because I feel like I've said it so many times, and then I feel like you always have these questions like, Jay, why are you doing this to me? I'm thinking like, yo, I've really been telling you how I got here, and I feel like you have yet to really like figure it out, and it's kind of like worrying me. Like, Johnson, Jay?
I feel like you've gotten here. I feel like you've gotten here because as a part of a partnership, there are needs that you want.
Yes. I did too. If you hear it again.
It's fine. Jay, you're good.
Your uncle's in your room.
I feel like you feel how you feel because there are parts of our partnership that haven't been the partnership. And even the partnership that I promote. Because where we all have flaws, I can tell you my flaw, and I think my flaw is what's bringing it out in you in a sense, is first of all, I'm stubborn. Really stubborn. And it does come from a place of me wanting to just kind of be validated in a sense. But because of my stubbornness, I'm not letting you even have an opinion. And that's not fun. And that I definitely fucking understand. And I try to pull myself back from that in situations, and I'm not gonna understand how that can be overbearing. I also think that there are moments where I'm just tripping. And I probably should just fucking stop tripping. And I told you that the other night when we were standing over there, and I still stand to that. Like, even the night when you want to stay with your dad, I should just let you stay with your dad and shut the fuck up. I feel like there's a lot of moments where it's just been hard for me kind of like let go of either how I'm feeling in order to also let you be there for me the way I feel like you want to be there for me in situations. And I feel like even just me, like, I feel like even me just should have just been like, yeah, go find what you want to do, and at the very least you be doing it here with me. You've also communicated things that I have fallen on. Showing true interest in the things you're interested in, the way you show true interest in the way I'm interested in things. I'm standoffish, but yeah, I can at least show up to some family functions. Put in a day, put in a weekend. I can do that. I should have been doing that. And I know I'm probably missing a lot. But the point is, I'm trying to say to you, Jay, that one of my biggest flaws is there are a lot of moments that it's hard for me not to see myself. And I'm really trying to like let that go and let that ego go, because I know I have ego as well. And a lot of it comes from insecurity. A lot of it comes from just like not feeling hurt. But you are not doing that to me. But it's tough because shit just does feel like it inherently gaslights you in a sense. Because you're so used to situations where you're not sure if it's this, but it could be this. Like when we were debating, like, is Rachel gone because Rachel's gone because she doesn't want a friend anymore? She's just a friend in the hospital. But I don't have any of that information, or I'm just not sure. Or sometimes I'm too insecure to get the information I need to know that Jay's not talking shit about me. But I know Jay's not talking shit about me. And you're right about another thing. I've sat there and I've had a lot of shit happen, and I've given it to you, we've talked and we've communicated. And I know you just want to make me laugh about it. But again, there's this weird thing where sometimes I hold myself back a little bit. And I don't know if that's just age or just immaturity, but I know I do that a lot. Like even like Eminem, like we're trying to show me something like that. I don't want to listen to it, but I kind of want to stand my ground a little bit. Like it's just me being like sometimes like, and then I'm kind of like there, so I'm like on my hill, so I feel like okay, I gotta stay on my hill.
You realize you're hypocritical too, right?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying right now.
Okay, you can get on. It's not even the fact that you are that way. People are people.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can only imagine how many days are in so many years,
Mm-hmm.
and how sometimes it's not like you just deal with it once in a while, or you deal with, sometimes it's like, sometimes you don't take a fucking break. And it's like I can deal with that shit for like maybe a week straight, maybe 3 days in a row. Maybe you might skip a day or two, and then I might go a day, chill a day, whatever, next day, might get some shit, or might go 2 days. There's just so many variety of you. There's really a lot. And I thought you really underestimate how much you really can do to somebody. If you could tell me so much how much you're big on mental game, and yeah, I could tell you what you really have done to me for this fucking long, how I felt like you really have like, It's like I said, it's not all of you. I have done things to enable you to do things you do. You got comfortable based on some of the shit I did.
I don't agree with that, to be honest with you.
I have no option but to believe it because there's sometimes I could have put my foot down.
Are we talking again to each other?
Yeah, no,
each other?
I'm talking to you.
Okay.
It's just me saying the fact that there are times I feel like I definitely know that I should have said something. Or I should have called you about something. Or I should have really told the fuck I felt. The fact that there's times I just know like I had your back regardless because the fact we had so many talks about me being unsure if you being unsure if I even had your back. So again, I truly mean not that you stole my life. Or not that you fully even changed me to the person who you really wanted me to be for you. But it's the fact of the matter is, Kayla, I showed you so many times I was willing to be that fucking person for you. It's like I had no option but to show it to you because I realized that's the only thing I really can do is just show you. Every time I fucked up, I was like, I'm not bad. What did you need from me? I needed you to come in that fucking class. I fucking play-by-play what you always needed from me. And I feel like I was doing that. Even when we talked about, when we first heard fucking Envy and his fucking wife, we're like, oh my gosh, he got in the shoes because his wife loves shoes. And we're like, oh, we should have good. So I mean, stuff like that. And it's like, yo, we.
Okay, so again, this is where I do think. This is where it's kind of tough because. This is where it's kind of tough because I'm not sure if you are going to hear me or if.
I'm hearing you.
This is again is somewhere where I'm trying to say that I understand what you're saying.
There's not gonna be a but, is there? There's gonna be a but, isn't there?
I guess say and.
Okay, I'll take an and. Please don't be a but. I just want to be a but. Let me be honest. I just want to be honest with you. Never being a but, because I know I say but a lot, and then you always tell me but invalidates everything else. And I was actually.
And see, this is like.
No, that's.
This is like a little bit of the issue. Is I feel like I'm trying to communicate to you that sometimes I have to be on some stupid shit or some dumb shit or some immature shit because I'm still growing, like we both are, but I feel like I'm still like battling in a sense like what you're saying, and it's like I'm trying to figure like. I really started to feel like a fucking nanny and a dick toy. There was always jokes, but there was always some reality that shit. I said it too often for you to pick up on that a little bit. Then, yes, it gets to the point where I start feeling almost fucking used. Just like I'm just here to take care of the hard shit. Well, I'm not saying what you do is not hard. I cannot get behind that computer desk and do anything that you fucking do. Pick something. Edit a photo. I cannot fucking do it. I barely know how to get this shit into the fucking computer in the first place. So I'm not taking away from what you do behind this fucking computer inside this room. But every day I am really like, yo, and then like we look forward to you coming out there. Sometimes you sat there for 2 minutes and you leave. I get there sometimes where you feel like I'm teaching Jaden something, we're just doing something cool and you leave. Like, Jaquela, like I said, like we go places you don't normally go, and then it gets to the point where like, Jaquela, I got so comfortable I haven't asked you to go anymore. Yeah. So when you start getting bothered, you don't ask, what's the point? Yeah. You do nothing, and then when we do something, it's like I said, it's a time. I did enjoy mini golfing though. We just ran through that. We did that, whatever. But yeah, there's certain times I know if I'm gonna go out here, I get you don't be there forever.
So yeah, there's times it's easier for certain things. It's way easier for me to tell you just like, don't worry about going versus you actually going. And like I said, I have to leave early because you want to leave early. Mm-hmm. Or you're in a position where you're comfortable, you gotta leave anyway. So then I gotta figure out, okay, how I'm gonna get home and drive back out, and then I gotta explain what the fuck she went home for, this and that. There's all this stuff. So then there's certain things we have decided on that is easier. Mm-hmm. So that's what I said. And as far as look, fuck that. Fuck everything else in this past. As far as everything's right now goes, it's just more than that than it is though. This shit has not felt like a partnership in a long fucking time. Maybe it's that we were about both trying to maneuver around each other and legit trying to like almost like separately make sure each other were happy and like live our own lives or trying to live together.
Yeah.
And that could obviously be a big fucking flaw.
Probably.
But in a lot of this shit, it's almost like you almost in your head, you almost get just so complacent, comfortable where the fuck you at. Like I'm now it got to the point where I get like when the school called. I get like when the school. I said I get where like at areas it's almost like it's easy to get like comfortable and or complacent in certain areas. Because I got to a point where I'm used to my phone blowing the fuck up, not voluntarily. Please believe me.
No, I know. When you said that,
then it's like okay, so now voluntarily, okay, then my phone. Okay, I'll be that guy. Yes, Zaquan, I'm gonna be that guy for you because I get you don't have nobody to talk to, but yet people feel like they can talk to me. Cool, so I'm gonna be that guy for you. Jaquela, what do you need me? Okay, cool. You need me to take Jay and do this. I'll be the nanny for the day. Whatever. And you know what I'm saying? I'm being a fucking dad. But it's fact right here, I get what's going on here. Okay, cool, whatever. You gotta work, so I gotta figure out something to do in here. I gotta keep quiet. I gotta do this and that. All right, cool, and maintain it. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So by the time my whole day's fucking over with, and all I really want to do is fucking just play a game or something. I gave my name 102 fucking times. Jay, you come here for a second? Jay, you come here for a second? I'm gonna show you this. Jay, what do you think about? And certain things would be cool. Fuck, I love coming in and watching you play Sims stuff. Like, I have no problem with that shit. But it's like, I was like my downside because I told you. Now I get definitely because during the summer, I get when I was at work. Why it was so fun for Jay. She came home. She had to see herself at least a good fucking 3 hours while I came home. Yeah. So now I'm trying to keep that going. So now I have nothing to fucking do today because you're in the room. I can't come in there. Jay's in the room. I can't do in there. She's not in her fucking room for whatever fucking reason she picked. And then it's like, okay, cool. So now I'm just stuck with Jay still all fucking day. So then while I'm doing my thing, and it's like, oh, Jay, you want to play the game together? I have no problem playing the game with my daughter because I do enjoy spending time with my daughter. I love that shit. She's playing games, having fun. She's figuring out buttons and learning how to like really move those things. It's like cool to watch her even advance her mind in video games. All that shit is cool. And of course she has Roblox. She has going to side to us one, and then goes, Daddy, you can watch her if you want to watch me, go play her. All that shit is kind of working itself out, but at the same time, together, like shit, after a long time, it really dawns on people the same way, like after a long time, if your mom not giving a fuck, it obviously taking effect in your life. Yeah. So after a long time, I mean, I get it's a marriage, it's a short amount of time, and go ahead, sorry, I know you've been right there for a while now.
I want to say what you're saying is I actually feel that shit. And I can be honest with you, it really stems from me, and I hate them for making them say this. It only stems from me from a lack of discipline. Because it is hard for me to have self-control in a sense. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense?
What, you lack self-control?
Yeah, like sometimes it stems from a lack of discipline.
Okay.
So, it stems from a lack of discipline, and all of a sudden now I'm behind. Because I don't have a good sense of discipline.
Discipline doesn't help.
Like as when I'm working, which then affects everything else.
Okay.
Which then in turn makes me working a lot more than I probably should be. So then I'm not coming out there with you guys. Or I'm having to go right back to go finish emails and catch up. Because of my lack of self-discipline at times.
I get that, and you can't also make it seem like you're never doing it. I will told you, I never take weight.
But it can be done a lot more, and I get for you where the summer could almost feel like, oh shit, this is about to be the same thing again for me. And truth be told, probably would have been. Kind of, because I'm telling you, I have felt what you're actually saying. Like even like shit, like oh shit, like this is the time now I'm talking to him to like come hang out with me, or like oh like whatever, like this is like now the time like I'm like with Jaden and like trying to like segregate and separate time and make sure we go do stuff. Which is why even like with school, I've been trying to get in the flow. Like all right, on Wednesdays, like and I said that like on Wednesdays or days, like I'm gonna dedicate to you guys. Like I'm gonna dedicate to like making sure we go to like Jeremiah's or something like that. Since we're at school, all right, let's go. And stuff like that, or like even with school, like I was like, all right, like I will make sure I'll try to take her to school like at least like once, to make sure that you don't like have everything. So like I have been making like, but same way, I guess I was saying the process here. I guess the process has been in my head because I kind of want to just try to work on it before I guess like became a problem. I guess it was already being a problem. I didn't know, but that is something that I have been consciously just like in my head about and feeling shit about like not being a good enough parent and also about not being a good enough wife to you. And I get it. I had already been buying this stuff like from TJ Maxx or whatever. Like I have stuff in that closet. I had already been like.
I don't want that money thing keep coming up. The money thing wasn't an issue. I just want that to be you said buying stuff from I heard you say something like that. I don't make sure you know like this money. It's another thing you keep with that. Fuck the.
It's not that I keep bringing up. It's just the fact that I'm responding. I am responding to what you said.
No, I'm getting you low. I'm letting you know. Like I really don't give a fuck about that 32. It's not the point of the 3219. That's not the point. I like to think.
I know you know that. It's the fact that I just keep feeling like you're not sure exactly. Like that's not the exact. It's not it. Like I get that sometimes I'm wrong, but like that was not it. And that's what I'm trying to say. And even a thing out there, like we looked at it. It says $8 on it, and it's from TJ Maxx.
Even if it was, it's not.
But I was saying it just felt like you came to me like this is a lie. And I'm trying to say, Jay, that's not.
No, fuck that. Fuck all that. And you could be wrong. You're right, you could be right. Maybe it just took a week to fucking even like go through.
Wait, no, I just keep feeling like that purchase was not, and I feel like that was something that was like misinterpreted or something got lost in the sauce in that conversation. And I'm not trying to say you're purposely wrong, but that conversation kind of bothered me. I feel like something got lost in the translation between me and you when we were talking about that in the first place.
Okay, so all that aside.
And even when it comes to like almost anything with money, like I want to just be clear about this. I'm not saying yours. I'm just going to be very clear. When anything about money, nothing with money is intentional. There's a difference between intentional and there's a difference between like bad money habits, between not being wise, between priorities not being in order. That's a difference between me inherently being intentional. And I'm just trying to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm never inherently trying to be intentional.
Do me a favor, explain me the Peasy thing.
What about PJ?
Why we haven't paid that man back? We had the money, Jaquel. So many times I've asked you just to pay this man back, and yet you keep wanting to.
Because when I take out all the money that we have left, Jay, this is the thing that there's nothing intentional. It's just like literally like I was just trying to say like okay like how can we make things work? That's like it was like how can I make things shift? That's all it really is. Like just like we're like oh we'll pay this that. It's just like how can we make things shift? That's all it is.
There's certain things I'm passionate about that shit. I can't play with that, Jaquel. That is drug money.
Okay, I'm sorry, then just go take it out and give it to him, Jay.
That's not a problem. I'm just letting you know. No, I'm saying, but these are things to talk about. When I bring it up, it's almost like you get shot back in my face where you're like, yo, Jay, like, take it easy. I don't think he cares. It's like, yo, I'm trying to let you know.
What I'm saying is that when I said that, you can say, I'm going to go take it out anyway. Take it out and give it to him. Maybe we'll fight for like a second or two, but that's it.
Don't tell me that, Jaquel, because that's bullshit. In my eyes, because I feel like you said things like you said. You just told me. My whole thing is like telling me to be honest, but then when I'm honest with you.
Listen, even moments recently, I'm asking you please do not forget those moments where I have tried to like control my reaction way and not. Please, I just feel like there's things missing here. I feel like there are moments missing here, or I feel like maybe I was trying in my head, but I wasn't trying for good enough for you, and I'm sorry. I'm just trying to tell you that everything you're saying, I hear you. And I'm trying to let you know, that I don't want you to be on it. And I understand that you feel like you have a lot of anger you need to get off, and I understand that, and I'm trying to get it. Because I promise you, I want to make changes, and not because I want to make changes for myself, but because I love you, and because I want to make sure you're happy and understand that you don't. I'm telling you, you need information. You need information. There's a lot of fucking information I need to get to you, and I haven't. And it kills me that I've done that because I've hurt you and hurt you. It's not what I want to do. tell me that. We have not, I'm gonna speak on me. I have not always been equipped with a lot of the best tools, regardless of who it is, yada yada yada. And the fact that I have even actually made you feel like that, I'm so sorry. I think for me it was more than offense mechanism to just be like, oh yeah, like I gotta do fucking him because I want to like make sure that it's communicated that if he leaves, like that it'll still be okay because that's what it was, and that's the thing what this comes from my head. I don't feel like you're just a fuck toy. This is amazing for forgiveness. But at the same time, for me, it's so much deeper. And like I said, there were times where I just get in my head. And there's times where it's hard for me to mentally catch it right. And I think, I hope you kind of see where I try to do it a little bit. Like when I come out to the room, like, okay, Jay, so I was a little stagnant on that, and that's just, and I'm sorry. I think it's immaturity. I just hope you think I'm gonna hurt you. I'm so sorry. I've told you so often. It's hard for me to admit, Jay, how much I need you. When I say I need you, I don't mean like in the sense that you raised for like, oh no, not that. When I say need you, I mean in the sense of that discipline of like, but just so much like help, like actually like, hey, focus, like that. I keep trying to explain to you that there are just certain things that I lack, and it's hard for me to even say it at times because who wants to sit there and talk to you about what they fucking lack, you know?
I talk about what I lacked every fucking day, and I gave you credit where you picked me up at. So what do you mean you had a hard time talking about where you lacked?
Jay, I'm just sweet.
I'm just letting you know, like a lot
Like
of
the
stuff
discipline,
is
like just like to get it.
Hell, no one thing you always said to me. You know, it's one of those things you always say to me that really stuck. And this, like, I went through a lot of shit. I probably feel like I'm not like come back to, like, you know, like to reassure you of nothing, which I'm sure sucks because you're not getting like no type of reassurance at me at all. But it's like, oh gosh,
man. I don't know how much more I can
No, it's just,
I'm sorry for you.
I know, Jaquel, you are. Listen. I've been hearing you and I've been responding. I know you are sorry. And I've apologized for my things in this too. When you tell someone you really don't know what you can do without them, you can't live without them, you fucking treat them that way. Let them know, like, no, for a nigga, if you leave me, I don't know what the fuck I would do, so you cherish it every time they're around, you do shit, man.
But sometimes people fuck up and sometimes people are just immature. And
I know.
Sometimes it's just, like, I know what you're saying, yeah, it does make sense, but, like, sometimes people are just in their own way, and when I'm trying to tell you, I see that. But I don't know what else I can do besides this. Because, you know... Sorry.
Look, here's all I'm trying. Look, I'm not gonna just drag this thing on anymore. One thing I know, what conclusion we're trying to come up with. We're trying to figure out what's the next step, where my mind is really at. If I feel really strong still in getting a divorce, do I really want to sit around and work things out? Do I want to take back the things, you know, that I've done? Basically, that's what this whole thing's about at the end of the day. And I know right now it's for me to make decisions because we already know what you want to do. And the truth is, I'm so fucking lost. Still. Because I do believe everything you're saying. That's how it is. I feel like if I did stay, I know you really probably work your ass off to change. But at the same time, I mean, I ain't gonna say a but. There's no but about it. I know you would. And you're right. It would be low key. Maybe low key. I don't know. Maybe it'd be weird for that. And I wouldn't even try to sit around and at least figure out if this is actually something very accurate. I probably could say, oh, Jaquel, all right, last chance. If this shit ever happens again, it's over. All this shit is possibility. And maybe we can make this thing work in some form.
It's fine. I know, like, I've done too much, and I can't.
Now listen real quick, because that is the very truth to me.
Okay.
Listen though. But in a lot of ways, maybe everyone else around me is kind of writing this too, because a lot of people are thinking I'm just jumping into this thing. So, I guess in a way I feel like, even though as much as I have talked shit about all this stuff, I feel like maybe I have like a good more few like compromises left in me. And I'm not trying to compromise a relationship, that's bullshit. There should be no price tag or anything on a relationship. But from what it seems like, we both understand how we both felt inside these relationships. Period. We're both sorry about a lot of shit. We're both realize we fucked up in a lot of areas. We both realize where we need to grow at, where we should have grown at already, and a lot of other stuff. The truth is, I do feel the way I feel now, though. And the fact that you can at least, Jaquel, all I really ever wanted more than anything else was you just hold yourself fucking accountable, which I feel like you have a very hard time doing. I'm just letting you know. Because then when we talk shit about Shamar and everything else, y'all two are so much one and the same. Every time you talk shit about him, I feel like the same way. The same way I do feel like when it came down to certain things, I do feel like, in a sense, Rachel comes before a lot of motherfuckers around us. Which is kind of weird because then we talk about Shamar putting his friends before family, but there's times where, because it does come across that way. Like I said, 4 hours on the phone with fucking Rachel. You can sit down for 30 minutes with me and Jaden sometimes. But not to take away from game night stuff we had, so I want you to know that. I respect that stuff. You made it work. We had like damn 3 days in a row we sat out there and played like charades and all bunch of bullshit. You bought home games, make sure we had family time. So I can get all that stuff.
Sometimes, honestly, it's like my ADHD. I get, and I know you don't like, but like sometimes I just get like in a, and I'm next thing I know it's 4 hours. But you're right, I could have been spending those 4 hours with you guys.
And you also could have known to shut the fuck up. At times I'm telling Jaden to clean her room and stuff. The fact you're saying now, I gotta get it.
No.
All I've been trying to do is let her understand, Jayla, it's not about me telling her what to do, it's her having structure. Jaden, you need to start understanding what it's like to put shit in the sink, to clean your table when you're done. And when I get stern with her, it's because I want her to know this is the important shit. I can be nice to her all day. I am nice about a lot of shit. Even that drink thing, I don't know how to really said you heard me well here because seriously, I wasn't allowed with her. I was like, Jaden, come here. She got upset because I asked for the hand, which is my thing now. Jaden, I'm sorry. The talking shit, she laughs at us damn near. Every time we get serious and start talking to her, she smirks. I think the talking thing does have a point where it's like, yo, she has to understand when mom and dad are fucking serious. I can't be nicer all the time because I think she knows how to get around this shit. We talk about her intelligence. I think that's
when
like
I say
smart.
nice, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. It's only because I could hear you from the closet, so that's what bothered me.
Well,
but I only mean that like.
But you can also hear the game when your headphones are in, and it's noise cancel.
But that's talking. That's a lot different.
I'm just letting you know.
So I get it. But like I get that. Like and Jay, like I said, even with that, like I hope you've noticed that plenty of moments now. Like I like talk to your dad. Like I redirect. Like I'm not trying to do that. I
respect that shit so much. And again, all I can say that is.
And I'm sorry in the places I've messed up, and I'm trying.
This shit is stuck.
I'm not. Even the fact that I didn't realize I need to tell you what I was telling her. I just.
It's not like you needed to. It's like I don't know. So then she comes out, and then you're still coming at me. And then I see her, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck was being said? But like I said, for me, and it's like I said, even if I didn't feel that way then, it's the fact that now, and I'm already feeling way about the way I already kind of feel the way she towards me in this sense. Like I can make those stories however the fuck I want to make them. No. I choose not to. I can make those stories however the fuck I want to. I could really say, I don't know what you say about that girl on my back. What? I don't. Because I give you the benefit of the doubt. That's what you asked of me.
And that's what
you also asked me not to make you prove yourself to me, which I have done. Yeah, I feel like I've been trying to prove myself to you though. When a lot of this stuff I do, like I said, when it comes to my job and stuff like that, I feel like I gotta prove that I'm picking over everybody. When it came to making my mom and follow all these fucking rules and shit.
Like I'm sure that lacks a lot from insecurity. I'm sorry.
It sucks though. Sometimes realization comes too late. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is, Kayla, I still don't want to be here. To be honest, and I still don't want to be with you. To be honest. But I am willing to say maybe that can actually change because I do believe you do want to change. And show me you could be a different person than the person I feel like I've known for the last, let's say, 3 or 4 years. Because you were not like this the whole time. And by the way, I wasn't like in love with the church girl. So don't make it sound like it's a church girl thing I fell in love with and now she changed to this demonistic chick who I don't know. What? I'm just saying, so I don't want to seem like, because I know I started like, you had to be a church girl at first. Now you're not, I don't make it seem like I fell in love with a church girl, now you're not a church girl, so I don't be fucking with you no more. I've been with you the whole ride.
Like you're a chameleon. I'm like, don't people mask?
In a sense,
I mask.
In a sense, I feel like you go kind of hard chameleon at times. Like I said, we came to fact.
I do. I mask.
Like weddings, we were going so hard together. All of a sudden, it's like, oh wait, Brittany said she sits down like halfway through wedding. So then all of a sudden, it got support. Like you start to leave me alone.
No,
like,
no.
No, I'm saying, but things like that, I feel like you kind of adapt to certain habits that certain people.
No, that's more so of it's a wedding industry, and there are barometers, and I'm taking example from other people and how they conduct their thing. And so I'm saying, oh, maybe I can do that. That's all I'm saying. Oh, I didn't realize like maybe it's not that big of a deal for us to be there. Did I take it too far? I agree. Can I take a picture of you? I fucking agree. More pictures of you. I agree.
Okay.
Even being there for like an hour, compromise. I agree. This is points where I'm telling you I see where I got myself in my own way. That wasn't me trying to say, oh, I want to be like Brittany. That was me saying like, oh, okay. So now I see like some other photographers don't stand up the entire time of the wedding reception. That's all. It wasn't me trying to be like anybody else. I take anything like, oh, Chelsea could do this at her wedding. Oh, Rachel, because I'm taking things from other people.
Like I said,
in the industry. That's it.
It took me to adapt to a lot of this shit, and I feel like there's a lot of me just adapting to shit to fit your bill.
I mean,
that's what it feels like.
How, even like wedding photography is like a blend, and you can kind of do your own thing.
I'm still just kind of telling you that's how I felt.
Okay.
And that's how it feels.
Sorry.
Either way. And like I said, the past shit's the past shit. It's really all about what's going on right now.
I have a question.
Yes.
So when I say things to clarify like that, am I still messed up for it? Like, just even the mindset? Like, because, so when I say things to you, like, I'm saying, like, okay, no, Jay, that's not what it is. It doesn't even matter if I'm saying that's it.
I mean, no, I felt how I felt. No, like I said, it's clarifying my feelings. I'm telling you how I felt, and you're telling me, no, that's not it, so I believe you.
Okay.
That's what I did to you.
I'm not saying that. I'm not.
Yeah, said it.
Hey, baby girl. Hi. What's up?
Wait, time out. Go back out. 'Cause I didn't hear nobody knock on the door at all. Who is it? Come in. There you go.
Hello. Did you like, wow.
Mom.
What?
What is lunch?
Dinner. How you gonna take it?
Yeah, it's up again. It's almost 6 o'clock. Yo, the leader on a second walk? Don't do that. I know, right? Don't do that. I know it's crazy being a kid with chores, right?
Jaden, do you do your hair right now? Jaden, Joe. Stop.
Yeah. Jack, calm yourself down. Calm yourself down. Your mom already told you what to do in moments like this. Breathe. So then breathe.
Can you make it breathe?
Okay then. Chill.
Jaden, step up.
You know, am I?
Step up.
I'm going a little bit anyway.
Wait, what?
You say so, Dad? Jay, come here, please. See, it seems odd that you're already starting to calm down. Stop. Why are you even screaming? What is happening? What's happening? So then why are you even screaming? Jaden, do I have a reason to pop you right now? So then why would you even think? This is all just so you know, Jaden. Everything you're doing, we're getting too old for this stuff. You have a dog. You have responsibilities. The same way you have a responsibility to clean your room, to clean off your table, to clean up your bathroom stuff when you're done. You cannot just sit around all day, do nothing. You have things you have to do. You have responsibilities. We have chores. Do you understand? And one day when we really do get this chart, you're going to have chores to do and you're going to get them done. Do you understand that? Babe, no, you're not in trouble. Nothing is happening. There's no reason for you to cry. You're walking the dog around a circle and you're coming back in the house. You have headphones. You have a phone that you can listen to music and stuff on.
What is that?
See, and now you just stop crying so I don't even know you're faking it. So, you can always ask someone to charge your phone. Or, Mommy, Dad, can I borrow your phone while I go for the walk and listen to music? There's so many things, Jaden, that can be done here. You're choosing not to do it. The crying thing has gotten you where? No, it hasn't got you in trouble. It just got you nowhere. If you cry for a cupcake, does that mean I'm going to give you the cupcake? No. So you cry about walking the dog, or you still got to walk the dog. So then what's the point of crying? You're going to do it anyway. Get it done, come back, get a snack or something, and call it a day. Stop being upset over everything. There's no reason to be upset. So please go get some proper clothes on, some shorts or something, and go walk the dog. Where's the dog? I don't know. What are we talking about? Either way, to the conclusion, I guess, for the most part, the truth is, I'm still in my feelings about everything. I still feel the way I feel. But maybe a divorce is something I shouldn't rush immediately to. Even though it does feel that way. I do, like, not to say, I don't mean, if I don't know if me, like, feel like saying I'm tired that much really came across like that. I wasn't trying to say I'm tired. Like, oh, it's not like I keep saying, I'm not trying to say it like that. Like I'm listening to that, but like, all I'm saying is, maybe I was a little hasty in that. And maybe that's not, maybe that's just definitely wrong for me to even get, like, I give enough grace so I even give you a chance one more, even if it is one more time, to show me that you can actually change. That would be completely unfair. And I'm not about being unfair. And we've also not been all about you. And I do care about you, and I do owe you that. A part of me wants to see next for separation, at least. we're gonna do this thing. I don't really know what that means. I didn't really give you a clear cut answer. I really feel like I really don't know. But I'm not the one to really sit here and just try to like throw everything out the window or keep everything inside the car at the same time. It's weird for me. I'm in a very weird place. I just can't help the way I feel. And I feel like I'm done. But I know it's not right just to do that because that is unfair to you. And I do feel like you would know, because I know you
don't
would
have
really.
to do what's right. Just you do what you need to do. And if you can't, I understand. And I'm not saying that to try to say anything. I'm saying that because I get it. And I can't have you sitting here super like upset or just mad because you stayed and then.
And that is a very strong possibility. I'm sorry, I've not really been with that forever. And definitely miss like. Sorry, these songs really smell. Oh, and physical shit didn't mean that much to me, right? Obviously, I would like to think that mattered a little bit. Even though I mentioned obviously dressing up shit like that.
Obviously, no, it doesn't, because obviously.
I just want to make sure that is clear too, because like I said, because your insecurities do bother me a lot, and I've always been very careful to make sure you're confident in every area. Because I know that's important. That's important for fucking me. That's shit I need and I be wanting. So I know how important that gotta be for you. Definitely, like I know, like circumstances aren't like you don't obviously view them as like the very best. I know obviously I don't give a fuck for you guys. They're not the best. But the fact of the matter is, I always wanted you to feel confident, feel great, because I wanted you to be able to like get confidence to go out with me and shit like that and do things. And
I just, if you can have your teeth maybe be like, it's hard.
But it's COVID. You have a mask on anyway.
But it's still hard because then it's like you worry but then you worry like, what if you're in a group of people who don't? And I know you're saying don't do that, but it's like you worry like, what if you're in a group of people?
No, I'm not denying it. I get it.
There's a lot that goes into it, and it sucks. And sorry.
It's just so complicated for me. Fuck you so bad at the exact same time. No, I'm so serious. And then in my mind's like, no, that's dead ass wrong because you know how you feel now, and if you do that, it's almost like you're playing a game. That's one thing I've been refusing to try to do right now is play games because this shit is too intense and it's too serious. And I really want to make sure we really figure this shit out. And it's weird because now I'm back in the position where I said I tried to escape from the first fucking place. I don't want to say escape like you really had me trapped like in that kind of essence, but damn, I really buried myself. Like fucking deep. And then it's weird when I'm on the screen, you're like, oh, you're different. I'm like, what the fuck you mean I'm different? I gotta try to figure out what the fuck you're talking about. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I see why she feels like I'm different. Because I realize even in everything I do around my mom, it comes across as different. Something like that, my mom thinks I'm different, but Jaquel thinks I'm different. And I'm like, oh, this is weird. And I realize why, because I just don't know who the fuck I am. It's like, yeah. And I feel like I've been so strong in the last, basically for the last week, I've been so strong in my stance and shit, and I feel like yes, Kayla, I got pushed this far, and it sucks. Because then I listen to you, but then I hear you, and I'm like, I know it, like somewhere, I know, I have to have that feeling that yes, she probably is really not fucking getting it, and she really will change. But then it's like, damn, Nick, but you are really like, you're here. And I don't know how to really turn that around in my mind. Like I said, I know there's still like some things there because like.
Sorry, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's cool.
Go ahead. I hear you. I did too much, and I'm not saying it to try to make you do away. I know I did too much, and the thing that sucks is that out of everyone who's It's so crazy how one person let other people fuck that up, and then I know about society. I know I did it my own way. But I couldn't see it, so I saw how much I hurt you. And that's the thing that sucks, is it's like hurt people, and hurt my people.
We just go from there, and at any point you cannot. I'm not giving myself a deadline or anything like that. I'm not giving you a deadline on what you think of it like that. I will be honest with this whole thing. And the honest truth is, I feel that I will have to let you know. And we'll go from there. I'm not trying to make it seem like, Jacayla, like you have to be like under this pressure of like being the perfect wife now. I'm not saying that. It's more just me. No, I'm saying I really gotta be honest with myself. Cause I told you, I'm at a point already. And I'm willing to challenge myself to make sure like this is not like a final decision I'm trying to make. Like I said, at the moment I can't imagine how to flip this. Not to say it can't be, and I'm willing to figure out if it can be. Like I said, this is not to put pressure on you like that. It's more just for myself to be honest with myself. Because I've had moments like that, like I said, where like I knew, like I felt like I wanted to leave, but then I had to think about things and realize like shit wasn't as bad as what it was and shit like that. And I'm honest exactly that now. But I do believe that you are now like really understanding what's been going on with me. In my mental, and that I can respect that. I do appreciate. That's the one biggest thing I've always been wanting. It's just like a little accountability from your side, and just you just to understand how I feel the way I feel. And I think with that though, it does give you the opportunity now that you actually know shit to actually like change things. And I do feel that you do want to. And like I said, I'm not the one to try to just take that from you, because that's like me saying, yo, I told her what I wanted. Did she give it to you? Well, shit. No. Oh damn, even after you told everything? I mean, I didn't give a chance to, but yeah, nigga, she wasn't gonna change anyway. Like, who am I to say that? It would be unfair for me to do that to you. And I will not do that to you. So that's just kind of where I'm at. And I'm gonna feel that sounds fair, if that sounds unreasonable, if that sounds like, yeah, that's too much. No. Yeah.
So I really do want the chance to work on it.
What?
I said no because I really do want the chance to work on it. Because I tell you that I do, like, I do see like what you mean. Please put it here. I do see what you mean. Even about like the initiating and shit like that. Like after you told me the first day, I did see what you were saying. There was so much communication. And like I keep saying, like a lot of it comes from insecurity. A lot of shit is not yours. I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry.
I don't. I couldn't blame you for everything. Really good. Oh. Oh.
Is it still gone?
What?
Still gone?
What?
Is it still gone?
What?
Is it still gone?
You pretty much. Yep. I told you everything. Oh, now you want to go. Wait, why did you put that on?
Everything else is big. It's small.
Well, I'll actually meet me about that later, and I guess your mom. I heard from your mom's house.
Maybe.
She said she went to her house, but I know what was said recently.
Maybe.
About her never seeing her mommy again, or her mom. You told your mom she'll never see Jaden again.
I never said that.
Your mom was just stressing a lot.
Wait, who said that?
Your mom.
Wait, who told her that?
You did.
When?
Didn't you not say that? Right?
No, where did I say that at?
Oh,
I
she
just
said-
told her since a long time ago.
She said when you called her recently, you said how I think it was like picture that morning.
I never said that.
Jada, what are you doing?
It's so hot.
You go take clothes up in your room and put some shorts
Yeah,
on.
what's in my bed?
I'm saying,
Wait, I never said that.
I just want to make sure that's clear. See, and that's what I mean. That's why that's the reason I'm asking you because
No. I'm not
if you're ever going to talk about, that's all I ever said. If you, I never said you can't talk about.
I mean,
say,
do
yo,
I
are you?
want to talk to her? No, but I've never said Jaden's never serious you.
That's what she told me. She said Jaquel told me I'll never see Jaden again. I was so confused. I was
Jay,
like,
I
yo,
would never say that.
your mama's been freaking. Jaden, put some shorts on or something.
I don't have any shorts.
How you not have any shorts?
I have any more shorts.
Check in there or something. Look for shorts.
I would not feel comfortable talking to her, which I think we should all agree maybe be a little bit fair. Maybe a little fair that we have a weird relationship or whatever. But like, no.
Yeah, we know everything you put out. Yeah, you're going to put back when you done. Anyway, just keep looking. You might find something there. Okay, those aren't it. Let it go. Those are not it. Those are not them shorts. Put everything back. Start putting everything back. I don't know where your clothes at because I ain't got any of them.
I don't know where she grabbed that from, but I never said that.
Well, either she thinks what you said, she felt that's what you said, or that's what she heard. And let you know, your mom has not been the same. Oh, but okay, I ain't gonna bullshit. She ain't tripping. But she has like definitely been like, well, I just hopefully me and Jaden can talk at some point, and that's all she really been talking about.
Mommy, I have to tell you something.
Did you say excuse me? I was talking. What's up? Hey, Chief.
Huh?
What's up?
I want to go to Mimi's house.
Okay. You go call me on your iPad, don't you?
But my tablet's already there.
Well, go find the charger. You might charge it. But you can sure go charge it again. It's totally up to you.
Hold on. It's not there yet.
What? What are you talking about? Anyway. What? What was that? What are you doing? Jay, what are you doing?
Happy baby.
Oh, she come back in? She said don't close the door. No, I still have. No, I mean, I still have to leave out later on. Obviously, my mom's car.
I mean, if you like your pocket though.
I'm not playing. At least 150 off Libra alone.
Stop.
You just said you couldn't handle the damn dog.
Right.
Honestly, Jade, I'm like,
wait, I did a second handler.
You did.
When?
The other day, you was like, yo, we gotta do something with Jade. We gotta split the dog too. You're like, I can't handle the dog by myself all the time.
What?
You just said that. You said that actually yesterday. No, wait. Yesterday you was bugging. The day before. Whenever the last time I was over there, the day before yesterday. Whenever it was.
Wait, what?
It was like last time I think in the race was here. You said, yo, we have to split the dog too. He said, I can't do this whole dog thing.
Okay, I don't know where that came from, but I don't think that's what I was saying.
No,
no, Libra can stay. I've never felt that way.
No, straight up.
I love Libra.
I myself a damn dog.
No.
I wish you would make this phone call for Smart Left.
Oh.
That made life so much easier. But are you taking any more? What?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Okay. You know you have to go outside.
Yes, you're right.
Walk to the front.
Which is most of the I do. I can.
I'm about to use the bathroom, and my wife said yes. I'm assuming she's probably ready to go.
Okay. Yeah.
I really have not really used the bathroom.
I like your hair first about that. Kind of glad we had this conversation after I processed the process of this.
No, this if it's conversation with the true, if it's done, I don't know. I just really got it.
You're fine. You're fine. I got it. You was there, fine. Stop, please. I'm not in my clothes, my glove. Close my door. Close my door.